the millions of fish, strong current around there. The Kawasan Falls. It's like something out of Blair Witch Project. I'm back in the Philippines, this time on the island of Cebu, and I'm heading to the coastal town of Moalboal to look for some very unique wildlife. After landing at Cebu Airport, I made my way to Moalboal, a small coastal town on the opposite side of the island. I went straight to Panagsama beach, where I would be aiming to witness one of the great natural wonders. Panagsama beach is home to sea turtles, and many more different types of fish. Last year I visited Oslob in Cebu, where I swam with the whale sharks, which was an incredible experience. But here, at Panagsama beach, I was looking for a much smaller fish, but many more of them. I made my way through the little side streets before entering the water, looking for some specific sea life. My first point of call was looking for some sea turtles. Sitting on the bottom of the seabed was a mermaid, and I couldn't resist getting a closer look. Soon after, I started to see thousands of sardines, the outskirts of a giant sardine bait ball which swims in these waters, so I kept swimming to find more. Just been to Panagsama beach, where I got to swim with the bait ball of sardines, which was an unbelievable experience. You see it so many times on TV, so to actually be in amongst it was ridiculous. There's literally millions and millions of sardines all together, and obviously they do this for protection against bigger fish, bigger predators. So you sort of felt like you were also a target for bigger predators, but I don't think there's too much danger of that where I was. I think you can get some sort of thresher shark or reef shark, but I don't think they'd go for me anyway, so it was okay.
But this island of Cebu is known for the wildlife in the water. I was lucky enough to go to Oslub last year in Cebu and swim with the whale sharks. And then this area of Cebu, Moalboal, it's known for that sardine ball, the millions of fish. There's only a few places in the whole world you can experience being around that. And then also obviously being able to swim alongside turtles. There's quite a lot of them and they graze on the rocks, quite shallow. They also swim out deep. So again, another amazing experience. Yeah, again, it's one of those times you feel very lucky. This is only a very small coastal town and it's about 2.5 hours away from Cebu airport. So it's a little bit of a trek, but you can get a bus and get taxis. So because I arrived late at the airport, I had to get a taxi rather than a bus, and it cost me the equivalent of about £40. So, you know, for other countries, it'd be a lot more, but again, it's worth it to get here and be able to experience such amazing things like I just did then. The only small problem when I was diving down to the Mermaid is a strong current around there. So it was difficult to get down because it's quite deep. So you have to really work to get down. But also the current was dragging you up and away. So I did something similar in Coron, going down to the shipwreck, but that was quite a calm sea. But it was a battle today. So I've had a very quick wash up and I'm back out again. And this time I'm heading to White Beach. So I've been to a White Beach in Boracay. So I'm looking forward to seeing if this one is as good, because that's one of the best beaches I've ever been to before. So from where I am now, apparently it's about an hour walk or probably a 10 or 15 minutes in a trike. So I'm just going to walk a little bit until somebody asks if I want to get in. Can't bother walking that whole way now. What I would say is it is a very nice beach, but it doesn't quite live up to Boracay, I must admit. But there is still lots of white sand. It's a bit more shelly, I would say, a bit more shell in the sand. So now this is called White Beach, and there is another beach which is just along the coast again called South White Beach. So I'm not sure if that one would be nicer or not. In my mind, I was thinking it's going to be like a second Boracay. Got a little mate walking with her. She's walking with me. Come on. Still walking with me. You may want to come back to England with me. Or he probably wants food from me. Again, Filipinos are lovely, even the dogs are lovely. But yeah, I think I'm coming to the end of White Beach now. It's a bit more rocky and it's a lot quieter, not as many people here. So I think I might head back the same way I came before and maybe go towards South White Beach, because I'm curious if that's going to be even nicer. But yeah, still lovely. Weather's unbelievable. It's around 30 degrees or so. No clouds particularly, no wind. Yeah, perfect. Now to try and find South White Beach instead. White Beach was nice, but I just have a feeling there's a nicer beach just around the corner. I mean, even today, I'm not going to be sitting on the beach, but I might do tomorrow. So I want to find the best possible one for when I decide to do that. But nothing will beat this morning. I love when the road's like this. It's quiet and it's just like a road in the middle of nowhere. Everywhere around is just green. So I thought I was going in the right direction to this new beach, but it turns out the way I've went, it was like a private land, so I've had to turn back around again. And unfortunately, the way I came before, there was some very angry dogs who didn't like me. After the very nice ones of before. So now I've got to go past them again. So hopefully they don't get too angry and I'll just slip past them nicely. It's just a shame we couldn't get to that second beach. Unless the white beach I was on originally is the only one you're allowed to go on, I'm not sure. But what I did like is there was lots of loud music and lots of locals, and it's quite a party atmosphere, which is quite a Filipino thing. You know, a lot of singing, dancing around. Because it was very busy across the beach, plus it's a weekend, so it's just a little bit different. And I'm about to go past the angry dogs again. So let's see how this goes. Yeah, but they're not happy.
After surviving the dogs, the sun was starting to set, and I was getting hungry, so I headed to a restaurant to get some prawn sinigang, which is a delicious Filipino soup, along with some siomai, and a San Miguel, of course.
So unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be very lit up around here. It's absolutely pitch black. But yeah, just had a really good meal. The prawn sinigang was so tasty. And I've had siomai before in England and also in Boracay as well. So I knew I loved that. I didn't get any rice, I just didn't fancy any rice today. I think because I ordered the siomai, I didn't think I needed it. But yeah, it's literally just getting darker and darker. If I turn the camera around now, that's what I'm walking into. I can literally see nothing.
The next day, I woke up and had some baksilog, which is bacon, rice and an egg, before getting a habal, which is unique to Cebu, and it's effectively a motorbike taxi. I got this to a beautiful area near Moalboal called Kawasan Falls.
So I've arrived near the Kawasan Falls. So I had a very good bike journey, which is a big thing here in Cebu in general. When you go on the back of a bike, and it's very cheap. It's even cheaper than a trike tuk-tuk. So you can do canyoneering here, that's the main attraction at Kawasan Falls. But I just didn't fancy it, to be honest. Yeah, it wasn't about being scared or anything because I've done very similar things before. But yeah, I just wanted to just be around the waterfall, have a little bit of a swim. It's a beautiful area. You know, I'm really starting to enter the jungles now, which is where the Kawasan Falls are located, like right in the Cebu jungles. Yeah, it's cool. So as a foreigner, there's a fee to be able to get up into the Kawasan Falls, and it was 200 pesos. So it's not too much, but even this little walk itself is really nice. This is why I didn't really want to do the canyoneering particularly. I just wanted to walk through the area and then get to the waterfall and just see it for myself rather than being a big group and jumping off rocks and things. I just wasn't in the mood for that. Even down here where it's sort of the waterfall runoff, it looks really clean, which for this day and age, you're never really sure if it's going to be clean or not. It's nice to see it being, yeah, crystal clear. And I'm very interested to see when I get to the Kawasan Falls, if that again is as equally clean. Quite cool, they're walking through the jungles and you have the little rickety metal bridges to get yourself across. But I think I'm almost at the waterfall now, it's getting pretty loud, so yeah, let's have a look.
When I got to the falls, I couldn't help but watch the hundreds of bats in a huge tree right next to the waterfall. After tearing myself away, I finally got to the Kawasan Falls.
just walking down now from Kawasan Falls, and it really was beautiful. It's sort of what I imagined in terms of being pretty busy, because it is a Sunday here in Cebu. It's a bit more intense, not so personal, and you have to wear a life jacket there as well, which I understand because there's not going to be many lifeguards or people there keeping you safe, so you have to wear a life jacket when you're there. So I didn't really swim, I just bobbed around in the water, which is still pretty cool. And the water was very cold when you first get in, but once you were in, it was fine. So I'm just heading back down to the bottom now, and then I'll get back on a bike for another 40 minutes or so back to In Moalboal. There's a lot of lightning in the air, and you feel it, like storms on the way. When I got back from Kawasan Falls before, there was quite a lot of rain, so I just rested a little bit in my hotel. But I'm off to get some food now. It's my final night in Moalboal. It's been great, I've loved it. Such an amazing part of Cebu. On my way back now to my hotel. It's like something out of Blair Witch Project. Yeah, it's pitch black, barring the lights on my phone. And yeah, there's a lot of lightning going on. And the rain is also starting now. But anyway, the food was really good. That was a different sisig than I've had before. It was like small pieces of pork rather than like minced pork. I'm sure some Filipinos who are watching might be able... There's a big flash. Some Filipinos who are watching might be able to tell me if that's a traditional sisig or this restaurant's own take on it. But either way, it's really nice. The rain's coming down pretty heavy now. It's not not a good time by me. I'm not too far away from where I'm staying now, but yeah, it's coming down pretty heavy.
I had to make my way back to Cebu City for the airport, but I had a few hours to explore. Christmas preparations are well underway in the Philippines, and there were many of these paroles, which is a Filipino lantern, and they are found all over the country during the Christmas period.
It's the season to be jolly. La 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 la.
Back to Cebu City, I made my way to Magellan's Cross Pavilion, a stone kiosk built under Spanish colonial rule. It houses this wooden cross, which marked the arrival of Christianity in the Philippines. My trip to Cebu has been amazing, from getting to observe and swim alongside majestic sea turtles to feeling the force of the Kawasan Falls, having time at a beautiful beach, and of course, immersing myself in a giant sardine bait ball. This trip has been a dream. Check out some more of my videos and subscribe to the channel.